Hello, this is Tazlon. I'm in Highway North in my VK2801 for the Lighthouse tutorial entitled Giving It Up for Your Team. I think everybody is familiar, probably all too familiar, with scouts in particular, who as soon as the countdown timer hits 00 off, they go to the races straight for the enemy team. Within a minute, they're dead, and all they've managed to do is put your team one tank down. That is the wrong way to suicide. There are times, however, in a battle where your only option if you want to win is to suicide. And this battle just so happens to present a perfect contrast between those two times, because as you will see right after we start, an enemy tank tries a suicide run, and he gets squashed with no benefit to his team. However, there comes a point in the battle where I have to make a suicide run in order to pull out a victory. Suiciding at the beginning of a game, hardly ever good. Under the right conditions, suiciding at the end of the game, very good. In this battle, we each have one scout. We have one artillery apiece. And then pretty much any way you look at it throughout the rest of the lineup, we're pretty evenly matched. Somebody's already asked me, hey, Taz, I thought you quit the game, and so you're going to see how horribly I type when I'm trying to type fast, because I'm trying to type out my answer before I get to my waypoints and go set up where I need to set up at. And what I'm saying is I left to play Archage for a while, and I've been back since February, but it's kind of like that, but it's not really English what I type, because I suck at typing when I try to type fast. I'm really not that good when I type slow, but when I type fast, all bets are off. It could end up being a complete different language for all I know. Now look here, guys. Here comes the Cromwell. We're barely into the battle. He obviously took off as soon as the battle started, and he's coming right toward us. Count these tanks with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Allied tanks have the same opportunity I have of seeing this Cromwell crossing the minimap towards them. Guess how many react to him? Let's see. I see him. Poof, I'm off. I've been in these situations. I know what happens. Most of your teammates they aren't even aware he's coming. To his credit, the FCM 50 saw him and started curving around. Our Artie saw him. Our Artie got the kill on him. The Artie actually had time to aim in enough to get a kill, but only one of those 10 tanks ever saw that he was there. Now I'm coming back and setting up in the bush. Fortunately, the Cromwell didn't see me. And unfortunately, though, while I moved back to the east a little bit, it allowed the enemy to go by over on the west flank, and so I didn't spot them. They're going to show up here in the northwest corner here in a second. But you have to, like I've said it in other films, if you want something done, you have to be prepared to do it yourself. 1 out of 10 people actually saw the Cromwell and reacted to it. That's just pathetic. But that's the state of the skill in the game at the moment. So there's the 152 playing really aggressive to open the game. At least he's not suiciding. And as you'll see in a second, he has support from his team. They're going, bam, there they all are. And there's the T-54 Mod 1. Now, if I'd been in my bush the whole time, I would have seen those other guys at the same point I saw the T-54. And now watch again. Look who's reacting to our weak defense to the north. The 50T. The FCM 50T. Engine Rob. He doesn't have great stats, but he definitely has situational awareness in this battle. And I would predict that if he maintains that degree of situational awareness, and don't know if he has bad stats because his modem sucks, or I don't know. But I bet if you check back in 6 to 8 months, his stats are going to be a lot better because he has the situational awareness. He's shown it twice now. He's paying attention to what's going on in the battle. Now I'm moving into the bush a little bit more, so if they start moving across the northern edge to the east that they aren't going to be able to see me. I have a great shot up there on the 152, but I can't take it because if I don't get a kill shot, I'm lit up, and that ruins my little gig down here. There goes the T-34, so I'm going to reposition again, go a little bit deeper into the bush, and you'll see me spin my camera around to make sure I went deep enough to where he's not going to be able to see me. I'm going to do that in just a second. There I go. Okay, I'm in the bush enough to where he's not going to be able to tell I'm here. I'm passing up shots again. I'm going to get a couple of real good shots later on that I won't take. But here we come, man. Perfect shots. They aren't going to do too much to him, though, and it's going to expose me. I'm going to have to leave or die. So I want to stay right here and keep everybody lit up. Hopefully the Artie will smack him. And now I'm lit up by the Hellcat moved into the water tower, so I have to leave. If the mediums start shooting at me, I'm going to die. So I take a snapshot at the Hellcat. I'm going to try to get underneath the bridge here, out of line of fire from the mediums. And the Hellcat doesn't seem to be paying attention to me at all. So now I'm coming up here and going to take this guy out. He just fired. He's totally oblivious to the danger I present. He's about to learn firsthand you don't ignore 2801s. And the 8.8 takes him out. I rammed him because I wanted to keep him in front of me where I get a guaranteed kill shot the next hit. Oh, I didn't penetrate the Su-14, so I'm switching to heat. I'm going to bust him up a little next shot. He's not aimed at me, so I can afford to sit here and aim in. I smack him, and the Artie finishes him off. Good teamwork. Now we have a lead right now. We're ahead by 3 tanks. I want to stop and hopefully get to snipe at these 2 mediums. And right now I'm thinking, man, that 152 is up there in the corner. I'm going to have to go deal with him. With them being in the bushes and moving through the hills like that, it's fairly low percentage shots. So I'm going to come over here and try to take out the 152, and hopefully then I'll get a better angle to snipe at those mediums. Our FCM 50 died. Nobody from the south is moving to the north, which they need to be doing, but they aren't. Engine Rob again he understands what's going on. He's trying to get people saying, hey, 2 mediums moving into the base. And let's look at the situation right here. A little bit of what would you do. We have the 152 here. 2 mediums over here somewhere. And the other tanks are engaged down in the south. Now on our team, we have the artillery. Everybody else is J and K line. Way to the south of the map. What I'm thinking as I'm looking at this unfold is, man, I need to get out of here. I need to get back to cap as fast as possible. Because at this moment, if the Artie passes up the chance to move in and he's going to die right away if he does, I'm the only tank capable of pulling out a win for us right now. I'm going to have to be the one to go in and reset because nobody else can get back in time. All those guys down to the south are engaged in a battle. They're in a firefight. They aren't even going to be watching the minimap and realizing what's going on. So I'm backing up right now. I'm going to turn around. And the thing is, I have to do it in a way where the 152 isn't going to be able to acquire me visually as I go. I need to get close enough to break up cap, and I can't have one of the mediums sniping at me as I go. There's the first guy on cap. And you know right now, there's 14 players on the enemy team screaming at the other medium to get on cap. Because we have a 3-tank lead, and the only way they're ever going to win is if they manage to cap before we get back. To their credit, the people down south are moving north, but there's no way they're getting back in time. Especially when, the other guy's on cap, 34 seconds and less now. timer's ticking. I don't have a choice. My problem right now is I don't know which medium got on cap first. I have to get hits on both of them most likely in order to preserve a win, even a chance of a win. There's the first guy. I have to figure out where the second guy is. Somebody shot him. That's cool. There's the second guy. I'm just going to go through the building. He's backing up. I'm going to make him ram me right now. Perfect. Now as I spin around him, I'll get another shot on him. And then I need to leave. I need to try to find cover. I'm going to try to stay alive now. It's not going to work out. But I had a reset on both. That's what I needed. Now, as long as our team doesn't stop, if they keep moving to the north, we have a chance of pulling this out. But my choice was try to be cute and stay alive and probably lose, or just smash through that building and guarantee a reset. And that's what I did. And because of it, as you can see, the people moving north are placing shots on the two mediums. They're going to take them down, and we're going to end up pulling out a win. Suicides are sometimes excellent at the end of the game. Very rarely are they a good idea at the beginning of a game. And you got to see both examples in this battle. The Cromwell suicided, did absolutely nothing for his team except put him one tank down. At the end, I suicided, and by suiciding I got resets on both of their cappers, and look at this, we're going to win because I suicided. Had I hit that first shot on the second medium, then I could have played to stay alive. But I missed it. I was trying to move in and hit the front little area of his tank, and it didn't work. So at that point, it's like, I'm all in. I have to produce damage on that guy or we're probably going to lose. And so I did it. Died doing it, but hey, that's the way life is. Now it's just a matter of finishing off the 152, which is going to be easy. The question is, who gets to shoot him? And the winner is 3601. And there's the battle. I'll say it one more time. Suiciding at the beginning of the game, almost always a bad idea. Suiciding because you have to at the end of the game to get a win, awesome idea. Don't be afraid to do it. Most of the time, the vast majority of the time, you will make more XP by dying and winning than you will by staying alive and losing. Take the death and take the win. If the situation warrants, give it up for your team. From Highway North in my VK 2801, dying but winning. Happy hunting.